All right, we're going to break down a system that can totally change your financial future. And look, it doesn't start with winning the lottery or landing some massive salary. It all starts with a single, simple choice that you can make every single day. I want you to just imagine two different versions of your future. On one hand, you've got the typical American reality, retiring with somewhere around $88,000. That means you're basically one bad medical bill, one unexpected car repair away from a total crisis. Now, look at the other side. Same person, same job, same salary. But this version of you has an extra $250,000. That's a life of choice, of freedom. That's spending your winters wherever the heck you want. So the big question is, right? How do you get from that life on the left to the life on the right? Well, I can tell you it's not about luck, and it's not about some secret stock tip. It's about one single, consistent choice. And that's exactly what we're going to unpack.
But first, to really get the solution, we have to understand the problem. Why does saving feel so hard, almost impossible for so many of us in today's world?
Well, the thing is, the rules of the game have changed. We are living in an economy of what you could call wealth transfers. All these corporate systems, from subscription models to convenience fees, they're masterfully designed to just siphon money right out of your pocket. And a lot of the time, you don't even notice it's happening. Here's a perfect example of a wealth transfer in action. Let's take a food delivery app. We all use them. A meal that costs, say, $12 at the restaurant can easily end up costing you $22 by the time it lands on your doorstep. Think about that. That's an 83% markup just for the convenience of not having to drive for 10 minutes. And yeah, it might not feel like a big deal on a Tuesday night. But here's the kicker. A simple twice-a-week habit transfers over $1,500 from your bank account to corporate shareholders every single year. It's like this slow, invisible leak in your financial boat. So how do we plug that leak? And better yet, how do we turn that transfer around so the money flows to us? We build our own little compounding machine. And the math behind it? It's shockingly simple. Once you make one little, but critical psychological shift. We are all conditioned to think about saving money in these huge, intimidating annual goals. The kind we set on January 1st and then totally abandon by February. Let's throw that whole idea out. Forget the year, we're going to think in days. This is it. This is the core of the entire system. $15, that's all. It's a modest lunch out, a couple of fancy coffees, or hey, the markup on that food delivery order. It's a number that feels manageable, right? It's not terrifying. But that manageable little daily number, it starts to build up, and it builds up fast. $15 a day becomes $5,475 a year. Now that is a significant amount of money that you've just captured for yourself. Okay, now, here's where the magic really happens. Here's the power of time and compounding. That same $15 a day, invested at a pretty modest 7% average return, grows into a fund worth a staggering $240,000 in 20 years. That's it. That is how you build that future on the right side of the screen we talked about. Okay, so the math works. We get it. But how do we actually do it? How do we stick with it without just relying on willpower, which, let's be honest, fades for all of us? We use a specific, actionable protocol that takes about 23 minutes a day. Here are the 5 steps. It's a simple, structured system designed to make saving automatic and to make staying broke, frankly, pretty difficult. So let's break each one down real quick. Step 1, the morning money minute. It's exactly what it sounds like. Before you check your email, before you check social media, just spend 1 minute, 60 seconds, looking at 3 numbers: your checking account balance, your debt, and your investments. Don't judge it, don't freak out, just observe. This daily check-in makes your financial reality feel immediate and real, not like some abstract thing far off in the future. All right, step 2 is the engine of this whole system, the 24-hour wealth capture. You totally flip the script. Instead of trying to save what's left over at the end of the month, you save first. You set up an automatic daily transfer of $15 into an investment account. A daily transfer is so small that it kind of flies under the radar of your brain's loss aversion trigger, which makes the whole habit feel almost invisible and totally effortless. Step 3 is the sunset spending review. At the end of the day, you take just 2 minutes to look at your transactions and ask yourself one simple question for each one. Was this purchase planned and intentional, or was it reactive, driven by stress or boredom or some ad that popped up? This isn't about feeling guilty. It's about becoming a detective of your own habits so you can spot your triggers. Now, step 4, the daily learning block.
is huge because it's not just about defense, it's about offense. You spend 15 minutes every single day just learning a skill that increases your value in the marketplace. This small daily investment in yourself, it compounds into 900 hours of skill development over a decade, and that can dramatically, seriously boost your income.
And finally, step 5 is tomorrow optimization. Before you go to bed, you create what psychologists call an implementation intention. Look, vague goals like, I'll try to save money, or where good intentions go to die, right? So instead, you get super specific. Tomorrow, I will pack my lunch and skip that $8 latte. That tiny little shift in planning makes you so much more likely to actually follow through.
So, that's the whole system. Takes about 23 minutes a day. But what are you really building here? Let's be real. It is so much more than just a pile of cash. This, right here, is the ultimate goal. It's about redefining what wealth even means. It's not about the fancy stuff you own or looking wealthy. It's about being free. Real wealth is having options. It's the freedom you literally purchase with every single dollar you consciously choose not to spend. And what does that freedom look like in the real world? Well, it's the power to walk away from a job that is absolutely burning you out. It's the calm confidence to handle a major family emergency without that gut-wrenching financial panic. It's the absolute, non-negotiable choice to retire when and how you want. It's true ownership of your life.
And here's the crucial thing to remember. The entire modern economy, with its massive marketing budgets and crazy smart algorithms, is designed to do one thing: make you spend unconsciously. This daily protocol we've talked about, it isn't just a savings plan. It's your defense. It is a daily act of awareness.
You can start building this new identity right now. No joke. It takes about 10 seconds. Pull out your phone, open the Clock app, and set a recurring alarm for tomorrow morning. Label it Money Minute. That simple action, that's your commitment. That creates the accountability you need to start. And that leaves us with this one final question. A year from today, where will you be? Will things be pretty much the same, or will you have thousands of dollars saved, a system that works for you automatically, and this powerful new identity as someone who is intentionally building a life of freedom? The choice is yours, and it starts tomorrow morning.